The aforementioned challenges actually occur in every economic cycle, with similar forms and variations. Most enterprises find it difficult to persist due to these challenges. However, those who can overcome these challenges and persist can achieve great success and even become Fortune 500 companies. This is known as survival of the fittest. In the following sessions, we will benchmark several Fortune 500 companies and examine how they respond to similar challenges, how they overcome them, and ultimately achieve success. What methods can be employed to maximize our progress during the process of case study learning? Why do many small and medium-sized business entrepreneurs pursue wealth but sneer at the wealth possessed by other successful entrepreneurs? Maintaining their poor self-esteem, why do small and medium-sized entrepreneurs, despite their desire for wealth, look down on the wealth of other successful entrepreneurs and maintain their pitiful self-esteem? Fortune 500 companies focus on the problems that hinder profitability and can restrain themselves from caring and investing resources to solve low-impact operational issues. However, ordinary entrepreneurs often become complacent after solving some operational problems and even demand that Fortune 500 companies be perfect. Whenever they find management problems in Fortune 500 companies, they feel psychologically balanced and ignore the huge difference in performance between them. Indeed, in their minds, it is a victory. For these entrepreneurs, the subsequent learning process can be very painful. Therefore, the goal of the enterprise is only shareholder value, which is the only evaluation index for entrepreneurs. When we learn about Fortune 500 cases, we need to constantly remind ourselves of the responsibilities of entrepreneurs and focus on how others successfully create social wealth. Don't hope to pursue psychological balance by discussing other people's problems. Remember that even if some companies experience crises and decline in performance in certain years, others are still discussing billion-dollar topics, and the income from your entrepreneurship is not even comparable to the salary of their executives. Don't you want to learn and think seriously? Let's explore the challenges that Sony faced during their entrepreneurial journey and how they applied the STM methodology to achieve transformation and overcome crisis. Sony succeeded in its early years by persistently focusing on product technology, positioning high-end customers with the most advanced technological features, always 30% more expensive than competitors. Loyal fans continue to buy because of the expensive status symbol. Sustained high gross profit and stable cash flow. Continued technology investment leads to sustained technological leadership. Belief in providing the world's best products to distinguish customers. The good times didn't last, as the management team of Sony blindly pursued innovation, causing their strategy to lose focus. The new generation of management at Sony was passionately influenced by the so-called internet model and began to question the company's long-term strategy. Under the influence of public opinion within the company, huge investments were made in innovation. A series of products with internet functions encountered setbacks. Internet-connected televisions had serious image lag. FF13 game destroyed the classic from first release to 12th release series of Final Fantasy, and multiple product lines suffered large-scale losses. The management attributed some of the losses to insufficient investment in internet transformation. Sony implemented the STM, Strategic Thinking Methodology, Strategic Focus System, to revive the past glory. Focusing on the new middle-class consumers as the target market, accurately predicting the demand for electronic consumer products among high-quality consumer groups, using the STM methodology to achieve agile iteration of strategies, and responding quickly to market changes, decisively focusing on high-margin products and exceeding the operating profit target, deeply cultivating children's programming, mobile entertainment media, and other high-margin products and services based on content IP, based on the characteristics of the new generation of consumers, decisively investing in core components and technological aspects of the semiconductor upstream, actively obtaining the right to speak in the industry chain's profit space. Here, please note one thing. STM is the methodology name used within the consulting team that implemented the strategic system in Sony. While during the implementation of the project within Sony, customization and renaming were made based on its own characteristics, and the specific name within Sony belongs to the level of strategic confidentiality. Here is inspiration from the Sony case study. Any business venture is bound to face obstacles, and it's normal to encounter detours that may last for a few years when strategies go awry. However, once a small and medium-sized enterprise makes a mistake, it's difficult to get back on track. Due to the lack of a strategic security system, small and medium-sized enterprises are prone to bankruptcy when they innovate, while not innovating will gradually lead to failure. In contrast, Fortune 500 companies that employ scientific management tools can achieve a rebirth from the ashes. They have a higher chance of survival and growth where survival of the fittest applies. Let's further explore the challenges faced by McDonald's during its early days of entrepreneurship and how they applied TTP methodology to overcome the rapid decline in efficiency, profitability, and even the risk of bankruptcy due to the fast expansion of their business and team. McDonald's early success in opening stores was based on products that were close to the needs of the target clients. In the early days of McDonald's, the success of opening stores relied on products that met the needs of the masses. The founders, Richard and Maurice McDonald, were originally Scottish immigrants. In 1940, they opened the first McDonald's, and sales immediately increased because they carefully studied customer needs, canceled the delivery service, and allowed customers to take their own food at the window, reducing costs and improving efficiency. Did not use plates, only disposable paper bags to pack food, and did not provide tables. Only offered single items of hamburgers, French fries, and drinks. The food preparation system operated at high speed, and customers only needed to wait 30 seconds to get their food. Cancelled game machines and other equipment to avoid the gathering of hooligans. But similar to the problem encountered by many franchise entrepreneurs, while one store can generate high gross profit, 2 stores can only break even, and 3 stores will start to lose money. After the second CEO, Kroc, took over McDonald's, the company expanded rapidly to 228 stores within 5 years, but suffered severe losses and almost went bankrupt. Despite standardized food production processes specified in the operation manual, the taste of different stores varied, and some individual stores were particularly unappetizing. Although the manual specified the customer reception process, the level of customer service was inconsistent, and some customers who had accumulated years of quality experience at the headquarters were lost due to poor service experience at some branches. Although the company formulated a unified marketing plan for all stores, some stores were bustling with customers while others were barely visited. Despite having similar cost structures for personnel, storefronts, and raw materials, the financial statements of different stores showed huge differences, and some stores were seriously losing money, dragging down the overall performance. McDonald's identified the core issue in chain operation was the difficulty in replicating personnel, resulting in inconsistent performance among different operators. Therefore, it decisively introduced the TTP system, ultimately achieving highly replicable personnel efficiency and performance. Through the TTP system, McDonald's has created a hierarchical development system that continuously replicates high-performing store management teams. The TTP system's qualification system ensures consistent performance levels for each function of the store, including cashiers, customer service, kitchen staff, and marketing. The TTP system's normal distribution assessment system ensures adherence to the principles of survival of the fittest, guaranteeing the performance of each level of operational management. The TTP system's management team development system ensures that store managers have a solid foundation in management methodology and rich experience in store operations tailored to the unique characteristics of McDonald's. In the end, McDonald's has been able to maintain stable financial performance, even with tens of thousands of stores, achieving the success of being a Fortune 500 company. Here is the insights from the case of McDonald's TTP. Many entrepreneurs think that they can replicate the success of the early stages of their business through simple training, but when the team expands, performance often dramatically declines. This is because human replication is a science, and there are many factors that affect the performance of individuals, including different career goals, work attitudes, learning abilities, understanding of management methodology, management styles, and relationships with the team, which are all influenced by personality traits. Therefore, most small and medium-sized entrepreneurs find it difficult to replicate the performance of their business units due to the lack of a scientific system, which makes scaling up their business a curse rather than a blessing. In contrast, Fortune 500 companies have mastered the important method of controlling the risks of scaling up, enabling them to continuously and safely develop, steadily widening the gap with small and medium-sized enterprises and achieving inevitable success. In those Fortune 500 case study, you always hear STM, TTP, those management methodology names. So what is STM, TTP? Why we need those management methodology? And how did they help Fortune 500 to address the business challenges? The gap between small business owners and Fortune 500 companies is the cognitive differences in million-level management and practical methodology tools. Business management as a probability game. The higher the probability of success, the more advantageous it is for business development, and vice versa. Successful entrepreneurs need to focus on methods and tools that increase the likelihood of success, rather than blindly pursuing innovation or concept speculation. As Warren Buffett suggests, long-term investments require high probability, stable returns, which is why he never chases hot trends or obsesses over innovation. Limited time and energy of entrepreneurs. Given the limited time and energy available to entrepreneurs, they should prioritize replicating reliable, successful experiences rather than merely exploring innovation when choosing their development path. This approach is more likely to achieve success. The difference between Fortune 500 companies and SMEs. Fortune 500 companies extensively apply methods and tools accumulated over more than 200 years of market economy experience. They build their businesses standing on the shoulders of giants, avoiding the pitfalls that have already been validated by their predecessors in the entrepreneurial process. The value of a methodological tools. The experiences of countless generations of entrepreneurs and businesses over 200 years of market economy have culminated in a wealth of methodological tools. These tools encompass significantly more practical experience than any individual entrepreneur's lifetime, rendering them highly valuable. The harsh reality facing small and medium-sized business owners. Due to a lack of awareness about learning methodological tools, many small and medium-sized business owners waste their precious lives repeating problems that were validated over 100 years ago, which is genuinely regrettable. Capital provides more than 110 methodological systems, the same ones utilized by Fortune 500 companies, to its qualified, visionary entrepreneur students. The core value of Seas Capital lies in helping entrepreneurs accelerate business success by providing methodological systems used by Fortune 500 companies at various stages of development. CS Capital aims to offer visionary entrepreneurs practical and proven management and growth tools to tackle the bottlenecks encountered in the business development process. That these 110 tools were employed by those Fortune 500 companies during their growth stages, from $5 million to $200 million in scale. This means that these tools are specifically designed to address the bottlenecks encountered by businesses during their tens of millions of dollars growth stage. CS Capital has successfully implemented these methodological systems in more than 200 small and medium-sized enterprises. These businesses have experienced significant performance growth following the deployment of these tools, demonstrating the practicality of these methodological systems in increasing the probability of business success. Some of them even achieved IPOs on NASDAQ. It's worth noting that many outstanding students at CS Capital are not content with such achievements. They have begun to implement more advanced methodological systems from Fortune 500 companies during their $1 billion to $10 billion growth stages, striving for even higher goals and continued success. In summary, the value of CS Capital lies in bringing practical, proven methodological systems from Fortune 500 companies to entrepreneurs, offering them a reliable and viable approach to address issues encountered during business development, ultimately accelerating their success. Well then, what is Visionary Entrepreneur? And why CS Capital only coach Visionary Entrepreneur? CS Capital believes that only visionary entrepreneurs who have introduced a scientific methodology system can successfully navigate through economic cycles after 2 or 3 rounds and achieve long-term win-win results with them. Visionary entrepreneur is a term used to describe an entrepreneur who is innovative, forward-thinking, and has a clear vision of their company's goals and objectives. CS Capital focuses on selecting and coaching visionary entrepreneurs because they are the driving force behind successful and sustainable businesses. Visionary entrepreneurs are critical to the success of organizations because they have a unique ability to identify and pursue opportunities that others may overlook. The methods and frameworks used by CS Capital to coach visionary entrepreneurs have been proven effective in the context of large, successful organizations, such as the Fortune 500. Visionary entrepreneurs tend to be more receptive to new ideas and methods than traditional entrepreneurs, which makes them well suited to implement these frameworks. CS Capital's coaching programs are designed to help visionary entrepreneurs align their personal and professional goals with the broader strategic objectives of their organizations. By coaching visionary entrepreneurs, CS Capital is able to create a shared vision between the entrepreneur and their company, which leads to better alignment and more efficient operations. CS Capital's coaching approach is tailored to the specific needs of each entrepreneur, ensuring that they receive individualized support and guidance throughout the coaching process. The coaching provided by CS Capital is not just theoretical, but rather focuses on real-world applications that can be implemented in the entrepreneur's business immediately. Ultimately, by focusing on visionary entrepreneurs, CS Capital is able to help businesses achieve long-term success and create a positive impact on society.